Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington football team.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong. So
out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll begin by running the option. Leading them out there, 2-time Pro Bowl. And right away, he lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Watson on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 27 yards there, a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The pickup there, 5 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's picked off. Pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass. Tamp things down a little bit.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week, 18 carries, 71 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Watson. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Washington, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They keep it with Henry on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
At the 45-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking sideline, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And with the day he's having as we look at some of these. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
3rd down and 10 yards.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, he completes it. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races. And there he goes.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
36-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he gets it down to the 32.
They still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Brings up third down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no point. Now Carson fumbles the football. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 24, Watson, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Washington.
From the gun, here's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Going right side here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Watson picked by his former. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game. If the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 14-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now Watson operating from the gun. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And the Washington first down.
From the gun, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Good throw, good catch.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's third.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Robbie Anderson, incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Shoves him aside, fights loose, and he's going to go down. His time has now run out on this game. Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a